Hello, kids. Good afternoon to one and all. I hope yesterday's class you have understood the concept. What is the importance of constitution? Why the constitution is needed for a particular country? Okay, to protect the interest of the minority people. The majority people should not dominate on them. They should not exploit, and they have to maintain a good relationship between the communities which are living with different kinds of communities are being living in a particular country means always the conflict will be arised. Each and every community want to show their dominance. To avoid such kind of problems, if we have written any kind of rules, basic rules and regulation to establish a good society, ideal society towards the world, the constitution has been written. At the present situation, the practice of writing constitution has been made as a practice there, because after the French Revolution, after the American Revolution, after the independence for South African people, they came to know about the importance of constitution, because some people will be there. Okay, they will think beyond, and they will tell that whatever rules and regulations you are telling, whether it is in a written form, no, if it is a not there means it is very difficult to defend at that period, if they are exploiting such basic rules and regulations. If you are having a written document, you can show to those people that see, our constitution makers had made this kind of law. So constitution play a very important role in a modern democracy there. So in today's class we are going to learn how our Constitution, the making of Indian Constitution. In today's class, we are going to learn about our Constitution, in what condition our Constitution was been written. Like South Africa, India's Constitution was also drawn up under very difficult circumstances. Difficult situations were been there. Why I'm telling this difficult situation means I'm going to tell in this session only in the later part. So the making of constitution for a huge and a diverse country like India was not an easy task. It is not an easy task like country which is having huge diversity, huge different kinds of community people are been living. Hindus, Muslim, Islam, Christian are been, Parsis are been living. Different kinds of culture, different kinds of traditions, different kinds of languages we are speaking, all should be treated equally by the people there. They should show the dignity as well as respect towards those culture and the tradition, because we are having rich cultural heritage. So it is not an easy task to write a constitution at this situation. Okay, so some difficulties, some circumstances, some difficult situations was been arised. So the making of constitution for a huge diverse country like India was not an easy task as well as easy affair. During that time only, on the basis of on the basis of so, on the basis of religious differences, India was experienced one traumatic situation there, where thousand lakh two people were being killed in the name of religion. This was a traumatic experience for the people of India and Pakistan. Immediate after the independence, when Britishers announced that we are ready to uh, give you the independence, each and everything else, they divided our country in the name of religion. In that situation, okay, India and Pakistan was been partitioned. The country was being born with the partition on the basis of religious differences. Even till today also we can see the fight between India and Pakistan. What a terrible situation. Even till today also the people are suffering from this partition only. So nearly 10 lakh people were being killed in the two borders related to the partition. Why the people were being killed? What is the reason behind? because based on the religion India and Pakistan was being made. Some people were been there. They wanted to go to the Pakistan. They should not. They were not ready to live in our country. What Britishers did means the Britishers left it to the people. Your wish. If you want to live in the India, you can live in India. If you want to live in Pakistan, you can go and live in the Pakistan. Before the partition, each and every Indian, they were, however, they have born in our motherland. They have, they have used our resources, and they have grown up. They have took the education here. They have took the facilities from the British government, each and everything, from the birth to death. Something facilities are being taken na? So in that situation, the British left some of the rulers at that period. If you want to go and settle down in the Pakistan, you can go, and it is totally free on the people. It is free of opinion. If you want to go and stay in that area, means you can go. Some people, some Indians were not ready to do this partition, and they were not ready to leave these people also. So as a result, when the people started going to the other country, the people started revolting against them, and they started killing those people also. And they were thinking that they are what we will tell, they are not showing respect towards our motherland. Okay, they are boycotting us because before we were living as a brothers. Brotherhood was been there between the religion. In the name of religion, the partition was being took place. Even in the name of religion only, the people started going towards the Pakistan, as well as some people were being agreed to live in India. So if a Britishers took um, some initiative step to not to partition country, what situation we are facing, that situation will be not there. So the Britishers left to the rulers whether they have to join India, whether they have to join the Pakistan, or whether they have to remain independent. Each and everything they left on us only. So people decided themselves, and they started moving towards the Pakistan. At that time only, many of the people, as well as many people lost their life. Okay, so even the merger with India of those princely state was very difficult task for the political leaders. In the period of partition only, another challenging task was being there, which was in front of political leaders, that whatever princely states were being there. Princely states means some royal families were being ruling some of the region. So these, they told that whether they have to be independent, whether they have to stay here, whether they have to stay there, because we have adopted the democratic form of government. It is the responsibility of the political leaders to unite the India under one administration. So it was a very difficult task to merge this kind of princely state to the India there. Okay, when the constitution was being written, the future of the country was not secure. What security you are seeing at present situation, that security was not present when the constitution was being writing. So these are the difficult challenges what they were facing. First, the partition. In a very violently, very cruelly, the people started killing the people. Those are going to the some other country for their livelihood, as well as provinces were being there which were under the control of royal families. It was one of the difficult tasks to merge those places under India there. So they started thinking about future, that to maintain secure, to maintain giving security to the people, the constitution, while writing the constitution, these are the difficulties what they were facing. The makers of the constitution has anxieties about the present and future of the country. The makers of Indian constitution, they started thinking a lot of things which was present at the present situation. Lot of tension was being created among the people. How we have to unify the country, how we have to uh, run a government immediate after independence. It is not a easy task to unify the people there. So some anxieties were been there. Even they were also having some enthusiasm. How our constitution will be written, as well as they have to think about the future generation people also. At present, what they are writing the constitution, it should be helpful for the future generation as well as it should helpful for the very long term. So they have to think very lot about present as well as about the future, and the constitution makers were been very conscious while writing the constitution. Okay, so this kind of situation was been there. In that situation only, our constitution was been written. Have you imagined? Uh, will you imagine what will be the uh, situation at period? It is very difficult to understand that thing. Okay. So next one, what is the path? Okay, what is the um, path means what is the way they took for the writing the constitution. So in the introduction, you have learned despite of all these difficulties, there was one big advantage for the makers of Indian constitution, that our national movement was not merely to struggle against the foreign rule, but also it was a struggle to regenerate as well as generate our country and the transform our society and the politics there. It was not only in the name of freedom we did the national movement against the foreign rule, but also we have to regenerate our country in the form of new good ideal society as well as politics there. And there were sharpened differences among opinion within the freedom struggle about the path India should take after the independence. Since such differences still exist in even today, yet some basic ideas had come to be accepted by almost all everyone there. So whatever differences despite of all difficulties, one big advantage was been there for the Indian constitution makers, that our national movement was not merely they have not been most important struggle against the foreign rule, but also they gave importance for the society as well as to regenerate the political ideas in our country. There were the sharp differences between the opinion within the people only who struggled for the freedom and the path of India should take after the independence. What kind of path we have to follow while writing the constitution? So, since such differences still exist even in today, also, yet some basic ideas had made to be accepted by almost all everyone. So in the year 1928, Motilal Nehru and other eight Congress leaders drafted a constitution for India. In that year only, what will be the rules and regulations, in what way the government should run, what are the facilities they want from the Britishers. Already they have drafted the constitution in 1928 at that situation. But in 1931, the resolution at Karachi session of Indian National Congress dwelt how independent India's constitution should look like. So in that session, they took the resolution that how the Indian constitution will be there on after the independence, how it should look like. They were thinking in the name in the future also how this will be implemented, what kind of rules and regulations are being suitable for our country. So they took the resolution in 1931. Both these sorry both these documents were committed as an inclusion for the universal adult franchise. What kind of sorry what kind of rules and regulations should be written in the constitution, in the document means they were having the imagination as well as they were they were ready to adopt some concepts there, which is best situated for our country, like universal adult franchise. Universal adult franchise means getting the right to vote, right to freedom, equality, protecting the rights of minorities in the constitution of independent India. Okay, in the independent India, these are the some basic concepts what they have to uh, adopt, as well as it should be implement in a country there. The familiarity as for a India. So those basic values were accepted by all the leaders much before the Constituent Assembly met to deliberate on the constitution. Before the writing the constitution, some assemblies were being held after the independence. Before that only they were having such ideas. If the India get the independence means, these are the some basic rules what we have to give to the each and every citizen for our country. As well as the familiarity with the political institution for the colonial rule also helped to develop an agreement over the institutional design. So during that time, the Britishers gave the opportunity for us to write the constitution. What are the basic rules and regulations we are needed for the administrative purpose? Some political leaders were being elected as a legislative members at that time. The British rule had given the voting right only for the few people. On the basis of British had introduced very weak legislatures. Whatever procedures they were giving to frame the rules and regulations for the Indian people for their administration. Whatever rules they were giving, they were modifying it, and they were weakening the legislature's law, which was being written by the people, political leaders at that time. But the experience, while writing that rules and regulations only, they experience lot of things there in the working of legislative institution, proved to a very useful for a country in the setting up its own institution and working them. So due to that experience only, they came to know what are the basic rules and regulations we have to give towards the country, and in what way it should be implemented. So they adopted many institutional details and the procedures from the colonial laws. Whatever British's some laws were being made, those laws were being also implemented in our constitution. Laws like Government of India Act in 1935. According to that act, some rules and regulations were being written by the political leaders for the smooth functioning of the colonial government. Even some colonial laws also, whatever procedures they were following, they have adopted uh, for our country's administration, smooth administration. For an example, political leaders after the independence, as well as during the freedom struggle, a lot of people were being influenced by the French Revolution, because the basic ideas of French Revolution was liberty, that is freedom, equality, that each and every people should be treated equal before the law, fraternity, between the different communities, the good brotherhood feeling was should be emerged in the society. So these are the three basic principles what they have followed in the French Revolution. So most of the leaders were been inspired by the French Revolution and British parliamentary system and bills of right, which is there in the USA as well as in US, United States. In that area, the Bill of Rights, that type of administration are being used. Even what he will tell, some basic ideas of parliamentary system. From parliamentary system we have adapted from the Britishers. From the French Revolution, the ideas of fraternity, liberty, as well as uh, fed, equality we have adopted. But also from the Russian Revolution we had adopted the socialism there, that you are going to learn in the next session also. Even this Russian Revolution is also there for your study. Okay. So these are the some of the ideas. These are the some of the people those were inspired by these conditions. Even what we will tell preamble. The preamble is adopted from the American. Even we also adopted the preamble from the America country. The bicameral system, that is two kinds of parliamentary system that we have adopted from the USA only. Bicameral system means two types of parliament system, upper house and lower house. These two we call it as a bicameralism. We have adopted from the USA, that is United States of America. So the state policy and directive principles we have adopted from the Ireland. So in each and every state, in a country, whatever there in the world, if they have adopted any kind of democratic form of government, by questioning the political leaders that started questioning themselves, that if we adopt, if we implement this kind of procedures what they are following in their country, if we implement in our country, whether it is an effective one. Okay. So in that way, they started questioning themselves, and whatever inspirations they were getting from other incident, they started implementing that inspirational thoughts, whether it is suitable for our country or not. In this way only our constitution was being written. Okay. um, at the each step, they were questioning whether these things are suited for our country. All these factors contributed for the making of our Indian constitution. So you have came to know what was the path, in what way the Indian constitution was being written. So before the colonial Britishers, they were giving they have given the opportunity to write the constitution. Some rules and regulations they wanted to implement in India. For that they needed Indian people only, because they understand the uh, what kind of rules and regulations they are needed for the administration. So that is why some people were being elected as a legislative members there. So those members under the act of 1935, the government of India act 1935, according to that one they set some rules and regulations. But the legislative powers was very what we will tell, it was not very powerful one. Only for some extent the some powers were being given, but those powers were too weak. All the strong um, powers, that is strong powers, were under the control of Britishers. For the smooth administration, the 1935 the act of Indian government was being implemented. So according to that one, whatever institutional details, whatever procedures they were following, after the independence, these procedures also contributed for the writing of Indian constitution. Even some, I have told some of the some people were being inspired from some incident, and they wanted to implement in our country also. They started questioning themselves whether they are suitable for our country or not. If it is a suitable means, they were giving the suggestion to the constitution writers, those who were writing the constitution, and our constitution was being written. So in the next session I am going to tell about who were the members uh, contributed for the writing the um, Indian constitution, and who were the people contributed very much, who was the chairman of drafting committee, who was the president of constituent assembly. In the next session I am going to explain about the leaders, how our constitution was being written, in which year it was being adopted, in which year it was being implemented. So each and everything I am going to explain in the next session. I hope today's session you have understood how our constitution, on what situation, in which difficulties they have written the situation, what was the path while writing the constitution, what path they were followed, what way they have followed to write the constitution. I have explained. I hope today's class you have understood. Still, if you are having any kind of doubt, just pin your question in the group so that I will try my level best to sort out your problem. So signing out, have a great day. Bye everyone, kids.